So, like, who the heck is Olivia Dean? Because for some reason, everyone seems to be obsessed with her, and I've never heard any of her music before. Like, not a single song. I can't lie, my friend Annie texted me like a month ago saying, Jason, you should totally make a video on Olivia Dean. She's the next big thing. And I was like, yeah, okay, sure. I'll add it to the list. Yeah. But ever since then, she seems to be all anyone is talking about. She was just nominated for Best New Artist at the Grammys this year, even though her album came out in like late September, so it didn't even meet the release window to qualify. Even my mother came up to me last week and was like, hey Jace, have you heard about that new girl Olivia Dean? And I was like, all right, enough is enough. My mom knows more about the pop girlies than me. It's time to make a video on her. Leave a like. Guys, if I see a single comment talking about how I gained some weight after Halloween, I'm coming for every single one of you watching right now. I'm the only one that could eat the candy in my house, okay? What do you want? I'm just gonna waste the candy? No. Why didn't more kids come to my house trick-or-treating? That's the real issue, okay? I'm not doing anything wrong. You know, I've had these Halloween decorations up all of October, but I never once addressed them. I even named that guy. I think his name's like Keith or something. I guess I'll just keep him up to like Thanksgiving. You know, why not? The Art of Loving. 12 songs, 34 minutes, and 23 seconds of music. This first track is called The Art of Loving Intro. Let's do it.
It's the art of loving.
Nice harmonies. We got one Olivia here, and then the big Olivia right here. Really cool use of like space. Oh, the strings. Oh. That was a really quick first track. Really simple, really pretty strings and harmonies. She's got a really nice tone, you know, not anything too poppy, which is interesting because I was going into this expecting her to be like a pop girl. This feels very like classic. It's the art of loving. It's the art of loving. It wasn't all for nothing. Yeah, you taught me something. Aw. Gotta throw some paint. That's what Belle would say. Who's Belle? All About Love, which is an homage to the Bell Hooks book. I'm not gonna even try and figure that out, to be honest. But what does gotta throw some paint mean? Maybe just like gotta make a splash, gotta make things vibrant and different and cool. And, you know, love is boring if it's easy, right? You gotta have some fun and do blah, 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 blah. Oh, and I guess that also ties back into the art of loving, looking at love as something layered, something deeper, you know, something expressive, and the complexities of how Olivia Dean loves. You know, because you could argue that everyone has a different way of loving. I mean, that was just a 40-second track, so I'm not gonna jump the gun on anything. Track 2, Nice to Each Other.
Here we are back again.
Wow, she's got a really nice tone. She kind of reminds me of like Adele. Just a really rich feeling there, you know what I mean? We're very minimal. Just got a little acoustic guitar going.
Rise to each other. I've done all the
Ooh, what the? Why'd that drum kind of fire?
We'll never say the now.
Ooh, that piano. Bum. That was kind of sick. We're very traditional. I want to say like kind of 50s, 60s vibes. Then the way that her vocals are processed feel very like just modern indie, right? So you kind of have an interesting blend there.
I don't want a boyfriend, but we
Me neither, man.
rise to each other. Rise
This
to
pre.
each other. Water, sunlight, talking all night.
Water, sunlight, talking all night, just enough to grow it. Treating the relationship like a plant. You know, people say you gotta water a friendship to grow. I feel like that's a play on that, right? That piano part's really cute. That was a nice song. Kind of gives me like Summer Drive vibes. I imagine some open grass fields with the top drops. I don't have a convertible, but here we are back again, fighting what's in front of me. There's so much to unpack again. But if I come to Italy, we could be nice to each other, wrong to each other, right for each other. Repeating that one single line. I don't care if we're good for each other. I don't care if we're bad for each other, as long as we're with each other. Rise to each other. Interesting. Meaning to wake up in the morning in the same bed, or rise to each other, possibly indicating her desire for her and her lover to match each other's energy. You could also see that as like make each other better, to meet each other's standards, to become more complete people. Really nice song. I love her style that she uses with the really faint harmonies to kind of back her up, because it just creates a really nice ambience, and it feels really distinct as well. Thickens up otherwise some pretty minimal instrumentation. Track 3 is called Lady Lady. Little shaker. I'm low-key getting like 80s vibes from this.
But I guess I'm moving out Sunday morning.
Rain is falling. Ooh, little bongo, you hear that? You know, it's funny, I said Sunday morning rain is falling. The bongo kind of feels like, you know, raindrops pitter-pattering. Creates so much space while you're listening. It's so cool. I hear like different parts of the tapping like all over around me.
I was just getting used to
Oh, the falsetto. Oh,
that lady, she's the man. I think
ooh, that bass.
ranging me a little bit.
Yeah, that saxophone in the back? Or trumpet? I can't really tell. So many layers going on right now.
Lady, she's the
That was beautiful, man. I really love the way that those instrumentals kind of just blend with each other, you know, to create this airy feeling. It's really hard to pin down, you know? Like, I heard some brass, I heard something that sounded like a saxophone, but I don't know what it was. As you guys know, my brain is kind of hardwired to like appreciate pop music, and pop music always has some very punchy instrumentals. You know, there'll be like guitar riffs, synth tracks, something that's gonna be in your face to like have a catchy ring to it that you'll remember. But from what we've been getting so far, you know, these first few tracks, there's so much subtlety, and it just creates this really like soft, delicate energy for you to kind of just slowly just appreciate the greatness of all of these songs. I don't know why I started going like this for no reason. No way, that's kind of what she's doing in the cover right here. That's my twin, Olivia Dean. God, I'm gonna miss this house, but I guess I'm moving out Sunday morning. All the things I couldn't live without, I don't need them now. God, I used to love this hair. Now there's something in the air, something calling overnight. The clothes I always wore don't suit me anymore. Interesting. She's always changing me without a word, and I was just getting used to her. Keeps rearranging me a little bit, and I was just getting used to it. What are we talking about here? She represents the universe. Pre-chorus and chorus romanticize its mysterious ability to change us in ways we may never fully understand, yet always for the better. Not gonna lie, this beginning part is kind of giving me vibes of like maybe someone's transitioning. God, I used to love this hair. Now there's something in the air, you know, something calling. The clothes I once wore don't suit me anymore. But I guess that's not it. That lady, she's the man. I think she's got a master plan. It's something I don't understand. That lady, she's the kind of giving me the man Taylor Swift vibes, you know? That lady, who's actually a lady, is actually the man. I guess she's just putting trust in Lady Universe, you know? Flowing wherever life takes her. I need more of that energy. I'm not gonna lie. It's really hard, man, because my brain is just so freaking fast, you know? How's it possible that I can't sustain like 6 miles an hour on a treadmill for longer than 10 minutes, but my brain is literally the Flash? I don't get it. Track 4 is called Close Up. There's a weird kind of filter on that piano. Sounds like I'm listening to it on a telephone. Very old school, old timey.
chasing rabbits don't usually end
Is that like a Alice in Wonderland reference, maybe?
because of the person you
Oh.
are. And I
Those subtle strings in the back. We're feeling very eerie right now. Give me like Skyfall.
How can
Ooh.
you get close to someone you keep by? 'Cause you don't make it easy.
Wow. Dude, this is like a whole freaking jazz band, bro.
Read completely every single touch. Now I'm on a voice, and I feel stupid for
Dude,
wearing.
her tone, dude. Ah.
I can't tell if you need me.
Can't tell. Is she English, love?
'Cause you don't make it easy.
That song really felt a lot jazzier than the other ones, just with the arrangement, with all that brass. I just say brass because it just sounds like vague brass instruments to me. I don't even know. But that with the really soft kit, very clean kind of 50s club vibe. I don't know if you'll call me again. Chasing rabbits don't usually end with happy ever after. This is a reference to Alice in Wonderland, right? Throughout the album, Olivia weaves fairy tale motifs into her storytelling about love. In The Art of Loving, she alludes to Beauty and the Beast when talking about Belle. Oh, that's true. And here she turns to Alice in Wonderland. The lyric Chasing Rabbits doesn't recalls Alice's pursuit of the white rabbit, a journey that pulls her into a world of uncertainty and upheaval. Very, very cool. I like that. How can you get close to someone you keep out of reach? Where does that leave me? Oh man, this is probably the only song that I'm jumping in with a talking head for, but I just wanted to say this is sneakily becoming one of my favorites off of the album because I love how it treats opening your heart up to someone new as like a single choice that you make that there's no coming back from. What starts off as something as simple as getting up to follow a rabbit just out of pure curiosity turns into whatever crazy things happen in Alice in Wonderland. I think she like falls in a hole or something. And as you get into the chorus, which goes, "You don't make it easy, now I'm all close up. I can't tell if you need me or want me all that much. Did I misread completely every single touch? Do you even see me?" It feels like the continuous stacking of doubts over that one single choice that she made. In contrast to the last song, which is about going with the flow, this one is like crazy overthinking. Very cute, very sweet. Not stalkery at all. Definitely not. Track 5 is called So Easy, in parentheses, to Fall in Love. It has some of the most streams, so must be popular. Ooh. Ooh.
I could be the twist, the one to make you stop.
That acoustic guitar, it's so light, so fun.
World to you, the missing piece. That
Wait, there's so much potential here, bro. Everything feels so restrained.
'Cause I think it's so easy to fall in. One with a heart would agree.
Kind of giving me Leve vibes.
Love with the way
Oh.
I do my hair.
harmonies, dude. Oh.
Make it so easy to fall. The night and the rest of your life.
Oh, the high. Oh.
It's so easy.
Come on, that bass. Oh, the bass with the little high. Oh.
Mix up Saturday night and fall in love with me.
Wow. Really short song, but that's a freaking banger, dude. Are you kidding me? I love the way that the production kind of morphs and changes throughout. Nothing ever stays stagnant. Even when you get into a little groove, it only lasts like 4 bars until it changes into something new. You know, like that part where the piano's scatting a little bit, doing that improvised melody. Super jazzy, super fun, super indie pop. And I love it. I could be the twist, the one to make you stop. The icing on your cake, the cherry on the top. Low-key, like, these are like some kind of Sabrina Carpenter pop type bars. Because I make it so easy to fall in love. So come give me a call and we'll fall into us on the perfect mix of Saturday night and the rest of your life. I like that. Because it feels like, you know, that kind of self-boastful stuff that Sabrina Carpenter would do, just in a more reserved kind of chill way. Rather than saying how, like, she's a baddie and she's got, like, a nice body in a magical box. She's just saying, I just make it easy to fall in love. You know, I'm the perfect mix of short-term fun and long-term fun. You're just gonna love me. Honestly, same, bro. Like, I have yet to meet someone that doesn't like me. Just saying. That's a freaking lie, dude. Oh my god. It's freaking rough out here. Definitely my favorite so far. I would be surprised if there's any song that I like more than that one. Just because the instrumentals are so full. I love the groove of the verses. For such a simple song lyrically, there's just so much there to sink your teeth into. All right, track 6 is called Let Alone the One You Love. What does that even mean, bro? Ooh. Oh, the slow drum. Waltz, ballroom dance vibes. Dude, the guitars on this album are freaking sick, dude. So reserved, it's so minimal.
You're the hug that had to end.
You're the hug that had to end. Don't all hugs have to end, bro? Go about your entire life hugging someone.
Any choice you had worth making.
Man, oh, I love the little bits of the guitar, bro. It just gives the song so much character. Getting a lot of these kind of extended outro improv moments. Really interesting, where she's just going, ba 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 boo. Very cool. Melodically, I wasn't the biggest fan of it just because it was a little bit hard to pin down at times. Very much an ambience kind of thing. You know, I don't imagine anyone singing along to that song. So that's what the title means. Let alone the one you love. It's like, you wouldn't do any of this stuff to like anyone that you remotely cared about at all, let alone the person that you love. I think that's a really interesting concept to touch on because when it comes to a lot of toxic people, you hold certain relationships to different standards, right? So while something like this seems pretty clear, you know, case in point, you shouldn't be doing this to anyone. Love is more complicated. So that's why for some people, that line becomes hard to draw. I usually think that I'm not that bad, but everyone's a little toxic. Thought I was done with this feeling. I really thought you could be him. Give me the footballs. I thought I was him, man. You were the warmth that I needed, like a breeze in the evening. And then you changed. You're all the same, yeah. It's too much to mend. You're the hug that had to end. Don't really like that line, again, because all hugs freaking end. Though I've tried to hold on, and if you knew me at all, you wouldn't try to keep me small. Good concept. I do wish there was a little bit more, not character, but just oomph to these lyrics. I could use a little more juice, a little more sauce. But overall, nice vibe to the song. Track 7 is called Man I Need. Oh, this one has a lot of streams. What the heck? Hopefully it's a freaking slapperooski. Let's play it.
Talk to me, talk to me.
Oh, what? Why are we a choir? Oh, what?
Like we're making up for lost heat.
Oh, that fast drum.
I already know I can leave it alone.
You have that same like kind of telephone filtered piano.
Come be the man I need. Talk to me, be the man.
This is like kind of an organy sounding synth. So soft, but I love it.
Already gave you
This pre gets me gassed up, bro.
kinda like it when you call me. One, let's go.
There's like a weird guitar in the back. Outro. Fire. I think I like the other bagger more, the So Easy one more, but it's got a great groove. It's got a solid hook too. That's the thing that I think those two songs have in common. So I'm not surprised that they're the most popular. Very tight structure to them. And it really works. I will say, I think there's so much subtlety to her vocal delivery on this song that it does make it a little harder for me to really appreciate like the banger that it kind of is. You know what I mean? She just has such a like calm energy when she's singing it. And I almost feel like you'd be like, talk to me, talk to me. But I suppose that's just not what she does. You know, we're getting into like the last few songs and there's been a very clear, cohesive sound to this project. project. So I think while a song like that could have been elevated a little bit more, at the end of the day, tying into the whole album, it still works well, and it's still a good song. Just be the man I need. You know, it's so simple. Talk to me, you know, like very short lyrics, kind of having a more playful perspective on this guy that clearly does not really want you. No.
A few moments later.
All right, track 8 is called Something In Between. Oh yeah, also I got hungry, so I made a grilled cheese, so I'm gonna eat it while we listen. This thing is hideous,
Don't
but
say a lot of things clean on the cutting floor.
this low pass drum is really interesting. Oh my god, this is so good. I freaking love grilled cheeses, man.
I'm not leaving, just feel tightly squeezed and something in between.
I'm not your all or nothing. I'm more, can we still be something in between? So I guess it's like the end of a relationship where you don't want to go no contact, but you also don't want to be together with them anymore. You know? Love these guitars.
I'm too scared to be
Holy f***. This grilled cheese is so good!
where you water it. Love needs breathing.
Love needs breathing. Love needs space. Oh, man.
Nothing.
Little
I
feedback.
want something in between.
Wow, that grilled cheese was so good. Oh, let me finish chewing because I don't want to ick you guys out. I'm not leaving, just feel tightly squeezed in. Love needs breathing. I'm not his, I'm not hers. I'm not your all or nothing. I feel like I keep trying to call people out, but a lot of toxic people will love too hard. And it'll quite literally be all or nothing. I'm either gonna stay by your side every single day or I don't want you. When real love is, you know, allowing each person to live their own separate lives. Don't say a lot of things we might regret. Don't kiss anymore. We're both trying to keep it clean on the cutting room floor. So cutting room floor is like where you edit. So I guess trying to keep it clean on the cutting room floor is not really looking to dissect the relationship or really get to the source of a problem, not wanting to edit as much, you know? 'Cause who likes editing? It's boring as hell. I'm too young to believe until the end. Too scared to cut it short. That's kind of morbid. Wow. But again, it's something in the middle. This entire verse is just chill. You're just in between. I do like the kind of more muted feel to the production. Kind of play into this idea of her being in a limbo state. There's a lot of uncertainty going on there. Track 9 is called Loud. Let's see. This shit is not loud, bruh. I've been told I'm a loud chewer, so I'm sorry. I just really like when food tastes good.
Turn me on just to turn me down.
To turn me on just to turn me down. Why?
Throw my heart about.
Ooh, her tone feels a little bit like wider. She's getting a little more spiteful, a little more angry.
Everything's unspoken.
Oh, the strings, the strings, the strings.
Two hands at the piano. All you had to do was say.
That is a freaking bar to end that song. Especially after that post-chorus where you see it kind of ride out and she repeats that line. The silence is so loud. She just wants something, anything to like latch on to. Here I am, two hands at the piano. The one I let you play. I understand if you change your mind about me, but all you had to do was say. All you had to do was say. And obviously this is another instance of her doing the kind of oxymoron metaphor thing. The silence is loud, but I think that works as a really nice deception, you know, because like you saw, I went into it expecting it to be like punchier and like, you know, loud, but it's probably the most intimate production we have on the entire album. Even now, I don't know when you let go or when it slipped away. At my house, 4 hands at the piano. Oh, shoot! 4 hands at the piano, you sure know how to play. And then we come back around to the piano at the end. Things that are kind of detached from her personal feelings, but more visual signs of them not being together anymore. Also, obviously, piano is something that makes noise, right? So the silence, the lack of her hearing the piano being played by her man is just another reminder of his absence. That's freaking sad, dude. Track 10 is called Baby Steps. Oh. You hear that? It's getting a little bit louder. Got a little tambourine.
Closer than you are. No one to text when the playlist.
Ooh. Oh, that subtle guitar, man.
Baby steps.
Ooh. Ah, so this idea of getting back out there, right? Man. But that shaker too. There's just such an interesting groove.
Baby steps.
Baby steps. It's funny because that kind of emulates, you know, getting it out slowly. Baby steps. She's taking baby steps on saying baby steps. It's that restraint, that hesitation. Wow. Dude, again, the bongos just add such a unique texture to the song. Yeah, I will say the hook is definitely repetitive, especially on that outro. But I could kind of see it as a little ride out moment after the emotional low that was loud. You're building yourself back up again. So hopefully these next 2 songs kind of bang. But sticking with this one, you know, you have a really interesting rhythmic hook there that I think kind of plays off of the bongos and the bass in a cool way. The groove to it is just very unique, at least relative to the album. And while it maintains a reserved feel, you just feel like you have a little more skin in there. You know what I mean? So I do like it. Track 11 is called A Couple Minutes. Is that like how long he lasts or something? See, Sabrina Carpenter ruined me, bro. Like, we haven't talked about sex once on this album. You see what you do? Ooh. Oh, wow. Really interesting. Contrast the elongated sort of smoothness to the song, right?
Back on your sofa.
Ooh, is that a guy harmony? Who is bro?
Always be there.
Oh, so smooth, bro. It's freaking butter.
Guess we found a silver lining.
Okay, so it's basically just a loop. Not a fan of that, but
I'm being real, no, it ain't been the same. We could
she's kind of riffing a little bit.
let go, let it
Sorry, I'm just like obsessed with that dance after the cat's eye thing. It's like fun, bro.
realize.
Oh, that acoustic guitar is really nice. You know, if anything, I think this album so far has really felt like this push and pull of like internal conflict for Olivia. It's this continued theme of her questions and things being clear as day for her, but for whatever reason, this guy just doesn't get it. Turn around. Since when are you smoking now? It's been a while. Let me know. Like, did you end up moving house? Moving house? Did you end up moving house? Oh yeah, you know, we kind of got tired of living there, so we decided to move house. Hey Jason, what'd you do this weekend? Oh yeah, I was just helping my friend move house. I just want to know if you're okay. Only have a couple minutes. It already kind of feels like back on your sofa. Oh, wait. We've only been talking for a little bit, but it already feels like we snap back into place. So not only does that tie back to him moving, you know, like his home, moving house, but back to when she was comfortable at his place, back on their sofa. Of course I still care. Love's never wasted when it's shared. And although it's over, I'll always be there. Only have a couple minutes. Guess we're going back to real life. So it's her being there with him just for a couple minutes, just to catch up a little bit, but feeling transported back in time, taking a pause on the new stage of life that she's in to reminisce. Again, we're starting to wrap up this little heartbreak that she's going through. Track 12, the last song on the album, is called I've Seen It. After eating the grilled cheese, my breath smells like cheese and butter. I taste it, you know. Obviously, I'm not smelling it, but like I taste it.
Off the school and in the park.
Oh, kind of like a folkier chord progression.
Cross me on the tube.
The tube, mate.
The way it gets to me.
I'm confused. What is she saying? I don't get it.
I've seen the films, I've read
Those
the
guitars.
books, my mom and dad, they
So
got
good.
me, and inside me all alone.
Huh. Very interesting outro because it doesn't feel like it sends the album home in a traditional sense. Similar to how that chord progression stays the same and how her melody that she's singing stays the same throughout the entire song. It emulates this sense of continuation. We're not wrapping things up, but more sending them off. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I'm hella confused. I don't understand anything that she said. But let's just try to read these lyrics and figure it out. I've seen it last for 30 years, seen it bloom, then end in tears. I've seen it after school and in the park. She's talking about love. Sat right across me on the tube. Seen it miss a stop or two. Seen it trying not to fall apart. I've heard it laced in every song. Ooh. And still the words all come out wrong. It doesn't always answer when you call. Wait, this is kind of crazy because I'm just not realizing she never says that she's talking about love throughout this entire freaking song. But the entire thing is basically just saying, I've seen it here, I've seen it there. That's what it does. This is what it is. So in that sense, it's a really great way to end out an album called The Art of Loving. I've seen it dance with friends around the table in Eleanor, Rosie, and Luis. And it makes me cry to think that I'm able to give it back the way it gives to me. Oh my god, that's a bar. I've seen it grow old and forget until it's just a silhouette, till someone picks it up and sends it on. I've seen the films, I've read the books. My mom and dad, they got me hooked. My fairy tale, the search goes on and on. Wait, she's actually cooking. Brings out the worst, brings out the best. I know it's somewhere in my chest. Because that's where your heart is, in your chest. I guess it's been inside me all along. And that's how the album ends? I love how all encapsulating this song feels. It's 2 minutes long. It's so short. It's so simple. Very folky in terms of its repetition. Damn, she ate. All right, guys, that is The Art of Loving. Going into this album, the only thing that I knew about Olivia Dean was that everyone was talking about her and regarding her as a new contemporary to some of the younger pop girlies like Chappell Roan, Sabrina Carpenter, Tate McRae. So I really had no idea what kind of music she made, and I was not expecting this. The truth is, I don't have many issues with this album at all. The instrumentation on it is beautiful. Lyrically, it may kind of lack a little bit of a personal touch, but there's still a lot of memorable concepts, and I think overall it feels like a nice, mature take on love that I found kind of refreshing in today's pop climate. I feel like I keep using Sabrina Carpenter as like a rule of thumb, but it just works, okay? See, I feel like Sabrina's recent success ushered in this new era of, I guess we'll call it satirical pop. Pop music that wears its shallowness and its flashiness on its sleeve. And similar similar to how I feel like Brat was so successful in being the antithesis to singer-songwriter pop. I feel like the reason a lot of people are resonating with Olivia Dean right now is because she is the antithesis of that Sabrina Carpenter style. There's no cute TikTok metaphors, no silly one-liners or innuendos, no flashy production at all. And I think all of the practical instrumentals and grounded production and grounded concepts give this project a kind of homegrown kind of energy. It's just no bullshit. Sabrina Carpenter is the prom queen, Olivia Dean is the girl next door. Sabrina Carpenter is what you play at the pregame, Olivia Dean is what you play while you're doing the dishes. Both are super lighthearted and easy to resonate with, but they kind of bring out different sides of you, you know? I don't really know if that makes sense, but I'm just gonna go with it. Give me an 8. The only thing holding me back from giving it anything higher is really just time. While I obviously think Olivia is great, I think most of these songs are pretty solid, and it's just a really fun, positive, and infectious album. I also don't want to underestimate how much of my enjoyment of this album comes from it just being the equalizer to everything else I've listened to this year, and I want to see how it stands the test of time. Attempting to create a project that is this all-encapsulating as far as talking about love as a concept, I think is very ambitious, but she manages to do it pretty well. Not in a mind-blowing way that really makes me like sit and ponder my life choices, but I genuinely think that that last song has at least one line that anyone will be able to resonate with. Here's my song ranking. I said earlier that I liked Man I Need less than So Easy, but I've kind of flipped on that since then. I just love the groove to it, man. Talk to me, talk to me. Comment down below your thoughts on this album and on Olivia Dean in general. I, for one, am definitely excited to see what's in store for her. Be sure to subscribe if you're new and like this video if you enjoyed. I'll see you guys in the next one, which is probably gonna be next week.
'Cause they make it so easy for you to subscribe. Just hit the button down below and like. My content's a mix of copyright jail and performative mail. I barely make AdSense money, but it's so easy to subscribe to me. Please do it. Please, yeah. Please.